Hi, it's Mr. Alcazaran here today to talk with you about how to set up your DBQ planning page. This is a similar DBQ, not related to the one you're doing, but structurally it's pretty much the same. With any DBQ, you have to start with your task. It says using at least 2 out of the 3 documents, explain 2 reasons why Halloween is the best holiday. So in this case, it had you do your pre-thinking, sort the different documents into the appropriate categories. Let's pretend we've already done that. And we're also going to pretend that we've set up a really good thesis statement, because as we know from the previous video and from in class, you have to have a solid thesis statement. Okay, this graphic organizer is so useful. It's going to make your life a lot easier when you actually get to the writing of your essay. What this first page is, it's a reflection of what your first body paragraph is going to be about. In this column right here, the topic sentence, you're going to put down your main reason why Halloween is the best holiday. In this case, I decided to say Halloween is the best holiday, and I got to change it because the money spent on supplies boosts the economy. Now, what goes in this category, you wonder? This is the evidence or observations from the documents. I've identified document 1 as a document that would help me, and I know that from the pre-thinking, which I did up here. And when I'm asking for evidence or observations, I'm just looking for information directly from the document that helps to confirm my thesis statement, or my topic sentence in this case. And if I go here, Halloween by the numbers, I'm just simply copying and pasting the details that will help me out. It says 6.9, 64%, 41.2 million. All these are dollar amounts that talks about how much money that will be made off of Halloween. So let me show you another example of an observation that I haven't quite included yet. Let's see. Okay, you see how it says $255 million has been spent on horror movies in 2014? I don't need to put the whole thing. I can just put a piece of that. And this will actually help support my topic sentence as well. Americans spend millions of dollars on horror movies every year. That's not directly, but it's the gist of what's going on, so it still makes it an observation. So again, it's a paraphrase of what's going on in the opposite thing, so it still works. Okay, the last column here, these are inferences. And there's a couple ways to do inferences. You can do the traditional I think blank because blank, and what you're going to do is you're going to take a look again at the document, and you're going to have to kind of think in your head. You're going to have to make an educated guess about the topic. Let's see what I did here. I think that the average dollar amount that people will spend on Halloween will continue to go up due to inflation. I think that's fair. Each year people typically spend more and more on things based on how much money they get. This is an interesting observation, this second one here. It says most of the pumpkins that are harvested will most likely be used for pumpkin carving because it's a fun activity. Also one of my favorite things to do. But what makes this as an inference is I take something from the text, which says 49.5 million acres of pumpkins are harvested in the U.S., and I turn that into an educated guess. It doesn't say that they're used for pumpkin carving, but I'm going to think logically, and I'm going to use this as my educated guess to make a good inference. One other thing that you'll eventually do, and I'll open it up for you so you can find it, is this. Every DBQ that you have, you'll have to have a conclusion as well. When you do your conclusion, you have to make sure that you restate your thesis. So your thesis has to be slightly different from what you initially stated in your introduction. Basically, you're doing a 1-sentence summary of your thesis statement. After that, you go over your first reason and why it was significant, and then you continue on with your second reason down here. Keep in mind, this is only going to get you about 3 sentences, and each paragraph should be at least 5 to 8 sentences long. So you're going to have to figure out what details you're going to have to add in there. And I can give you more resources in class, so you can email me with any questions. So ladies and gentlemen, that's how you set up your planning page. Good luck, and if you have any questions, again, please feel free to email me.